Please support the Feral Druid army. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Meow.
Yo, how's it going everybody? It's Olfis, and today I'm bringing you another top 5 video. This time I'm going to be talking about the top 5 misconceptions about Feral Druids in Legion. We got kind of a bad rep right now, people saying different things about us. Maybe you find yourself not getting into groups easily. Well, I'm going to break down these top 5 misconceptions so that we can show off that Feral Druids are great. And if you have anything to add to this list, leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and join the Feral Druid army by subscribing. Let's do it. Number 5 is that Feral Druids are bad in rated battlegrounds, and I don't know about this because I've been doing rated battlegrounds recently, and I was running the other day with a couple high-rated, high-item level warlocks and other classes, and I was topping damage in team fights. Like when we opened up at the waterworks, I was easily 20 million or so ahead in damage of the last 2 people, and they're good characters, they're good players, so like, there is a lot of damage compared to Boomkin. I know a lot of people say they prefer Boomkin over Feral, but Feral does have a hot spot right now. You can definitely go with Brutal Slash and Savage Roar, Boomkin affinity, and pump out damage. Plus, it still has a good 1v1 capability, especially if you get your artifact talents filled out. You're going to be getting Bloodletter's Frailty to increase your damage on a target. You can throw some super bleeds up on somebody. You get the 30% extra damage from the Bloodletter's Frailty, and the Brutal Slash will just dig them. It'll dig a hole in their stomach. So that's why I put that one at number 5. Number 4 is that Feral Druids do not have any mobility. And I'm looking at these comments and posts and I'm just wondering, what are you talking about, man? So we have roots for kiting, you know, we can get away, that helps out with the mobility, but also catching up with people. We have Wild Charge, which has a 15-second cooldown. We have Stampeding Roar, which we can spec into our honor talents to make it get rid of roots. We have Dash, which is nice, and we can get out of out of snares by going into bear form. Now, you know, people are saying that it costs a global cooldown and you can't power shift anymore, but we're still better than warriors who I end up rooting, and I can get away, heal, and they're stuck sitting there watching me heal. They can't do a thing about it. Same with Windwalker or any other class that I duel or 1v1 in a battleground or any situation. The fact that you have a global cooldown for power shifting is not that big of a deal. You can do it while you're running. You can go into bear, cat, bear, cat, bear, cat. While you're running, you can go travel form. You can use Wild Charge and travel form to jump, or you can use Wild Charge to jump to an enemy. There's so many possibilities, and I don't think the mobility is bad. I have not had a problem with it, though the roots and the novas are annoying. It is not that bad. And number 3 is that Feral Druids have a complex rotation, and I will admit that Feral Druids have a lot of spells and abilities in their toolkit. And you can mess around with the talents, you can make it as easy as you want it or as hard as you want it. You can add spells in, you can take spells out, you can go with Soul of the Forest. There's a bunch of different things that you can do with the talents to make it easier or harder on yourself. But in raids, I feel like the damage and the rotation is not bad at all to learn and get down. And in arenas, you know, it might be a little quicker. You're playing against another player, or in battlegrounds, the same thing, or in 1v1s. But when mastered, it is a very good class to play. And I really do not think the rotation is that difficult. You just have to spend a little bit of time getting used to it. I think compared to other classes out there, there are easier ones, but there are definitely harder classes to learn than Feral Druids. And number 2 is that Feral Druids have bad damage, and I've been diversifying quite a bit. I'm playing RBGs, I'm playing regular battlegrounds, I'm doing Nighthold, I'm doing Mythic Pluses, and I've found that my damage is actually really good. And even when I run with other Feral Druids, it's either me and another Feral Druid at the top of the charts. If it's not me, it's another one who's in the group. Seriously, Feral Druid damage is great right now. In battlegrounds, I'm able to pump it out. Like I was saying, in rated battlegrounds, I'm doing good damage as well. And it all comes with skill, learning the class a little bit, wrapping your head around it, and just getting in there and doing it. Practice on the target dummy, get your talents organized correctly, get a rotation that works for you, and you will be pumping out the good deeps. And number 1, the one that I thought has the most misconception around it, the most hatred, the most anti-Feral hating mother effers be talking about this all the time, is that Feral Druids don't have enough CC anymore. And this usually comes from people who used to play Feral Druid back in like MOP, and they haven't touched it since. But really, Feral Druids have a good amount of CC right now, with the honor talents that they give us for MAME, to make it an in-cap, with the roots, which are freaking crazy. We have quite a bit of CC in our toolkit, man. we have a lot of it. I can lock down warriors, I can get away, any melee class for the most part, I can get around a pillar and heal. There's a lot of different things I can do with my CC, and I'm able to 1v1 a lot of classes. Now, if you put yourself into a 2v2, 3v3 situation, if you match yourself up with a priest or somebody who has fears or other matching CCs that are not going to be DR'd with yours, then you're going to be cooking with lava. Because Feral Druids do have quite a few different selections. We have the incap, we have a couple stuns, and we have the roots. Now you can use the incap if you want, or you can go with the 80% miss chance on your roots within your honor talents. But, you know, you can go into stealth. If you're playing Night Elf, you can Shadow Meld Rake Stun. If you're using Incarnation in PvP, you can stun people up when you go into stealth. You know, you have that extra short stun with your Rake. You also have your Mighty Bash. There's so many different possibilities, and the roots are just killing it right now. I'm having so much fun with the instant cast roots. It's crazy. So I think that Feral Druids are in a good spot with their CC, though I think maybe there could be room for some more down the road, but I think if they added any more CC, it would be an Imba class. It would be so imbalanced, nobody would like playing against it, and it would be cause for a future nerf. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys agree with my misconceptions here. If you have any more that you want to add in the comments, I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Don't forget to like this video, share it with the Feral hater, and subscribe.